In this program, we'll check out the use of final. This is handy when we have something that is never going to change throughout the course of a program. So we got, in this case, it's going to be a pay rate that once we establish it, it will never change throughout the program. In Visual Basic, if you studied that, we called that a constant, C-O-N-S-T. We'll put some documentation at the top indicating the date, the name of the program, indicating it's a .java file, and that the goal here is to learn how to use final. We'll take care of these ending braces. And we'll just jump right in. Using final to declare help us declare something that's never going to change throughout the course of the program. We should use capital letters for the identifier. That's true in almost every programming language. If you've studied a programming language before this one, undoubtedly that was what you were required to do there if you had a value that was never going to change. So we'll say final double. It comes before the data type. Your pay rate. Because I have multiple words, I'm going to use underscores in between. And hey, you're making $41.25. We'll say your hours as an integer were 40. Feel free to give yourself a higher pay rate if you like, or work more or less hours. And then your pay is going to equal your hours times your pay rate. This is a short program, but maybe we could have a much longer program where your pay rate comes up many, many times. And we're just going to have it in one spot where it's easy to find where we would put your pay rate of $41.25. Multiplying your hours times your rate does give us your pay for, I believe, 1 week. And you made $1,650. Hey, what if you get a pay raise? Congratulations. Well, let's see if we can change your pay rate. Make it 48.75. Well, looks like we got a problem here. We cannot use an assignment here for your pay rate because it's final. So we cannot assign it another value. Final means final. So we can't do this. Where you would change it is where we declare the final. Again, you have to imagine we have a program where maybe your pay rate comes up 20 times, but it's easy to see where your pay rate goes. That's where you change it. And it does not change while the program runs. We can also declare a final identifier and assign it a value later. In our first example, we declared final double your pay rate and assigned it a value all on the same line. Maybe for some reason you don't know what that value is going to be right off the bat. So we imagine we have a very talented giraffe, probably a volleyball player. And the talented giraffe has a pay rate that later on we discover is, well, it's got to be pretty good for a giraffe, $64.75 an hour. This is okay. But now we're locked in. That is the giraffe's pay rate for the rest of the program. Our giraffe is only going to have to work 25 hours. So to calculate its pay, we'll multiply the giraffe hours times the talented giraffe pay rate. And we'll print out what our giraffe's paycheck will be. Or direct deposit. I'm not sure how giraffes conduct their banking. And there it is. So when we have values that are never ever going to change, we should use final. And again, make sure the identifier uses all capital letters.